What if everything you perceive as truth is merely an illusion? What if powerful organizations possessed forbidden knowledge, deliberately concealed from public awareness? The simulation hypothesis, once relegated to the realm of science fiction, is now a serious contender in scientific and philosophical discussions, suggesting that our reality might be a meticulously crafted construct. Perhaps those nagging feelings of déjà vu, those improbable coincidences that seem to defy logic, or those fleeting moments when reality seems to shimmer and distort, are not just random occurrences. They could be telltale signs of a far deeper truth. And what if classified files within the Pentagon's vault held compelling evidence about this truth, evidence powerful enough to reshape our understanding of existence itself? We will explore that possibility, question the validity of these files, and discern the hidden meanings they may contain. But why does any of this matter? Why should you dedicate your precious time to ponder the nature of reality? Because understanding the true nature of our existence is the ultimate quest for self-discovery, the key to unlocking genuine freedom. If we are living in a simulation, the implications are staggering, impacting everything from our sense of purpose to our understanding of free will. Imagine a world where you could bend the rules of reality, heal your body with your mind, or even transcend the perceived limitations of space and time. These are not just fanciful dreams. They are tantalizing possibilities that arise if we dare to challenge the conventional narrative. This is about empowerment, breaking free from the chains of limiting beliefs, and reclaiming your role as a conscious co-creator of your reality. We're cutting through the noise, bypassing the academic jargon, and delivering a no BS exploration of these profound ideas. At its core, the simulation hypothesis posits that our reality is not fundamental, but rather a sophisticated, computer-generated world indistinguishable from what we perceive as real. Envision an incredibly advanced video game, so immersive that the players within it are entirely unaware of its artificial nature. Now, consider that we might be those players, our lives unfolding within a simulation far grander and more complex than anything we can currently comprehend. Crucially, this perspective suggests that consciousness itself may be the fundamental element, the player, or observer, animating this simulated reality. It echoes the observer effect in quantum physics, where the act of observation seems to influence the behavior of particles, hinting at a deeper connection between consciousness and the fabric of reality. In this video, we will embark on a journey to explore the veracity of the alleged Pentagon files, investigate the growing body of evidence supporting the simulation hypothesis, examine the pivotal role of consciousness, and uncover the potential for manipulating the very structure of our simulated world. But what secrets are buried within these Pentagon files? What truths are so dangerous that they warrant the highest levels of classification? Is there a concerted effort to suppress this information, to keep humanity in the dark about its true nature? Perhaps these files contain evidence of technological glitches, anomalies that the simulation cannot adequately explain. Or maybe they reveal the existence of higher dimensional beings, entities that are manipulating the simulation for their own inscrutable purposes. We will delve into strange scientific discoveries, inexplicable phenomena, and historical enigmas, all of which point towards a reality far stranger than we have been led to believe. Are you prepared to shatter the illusion? Are you ready to discover how to hack the Matrix? The answers are closer than you think, hidden in plain sight, and the Pentagon files just might hold the ultimate key. So, about these Pentagon files. Let's be realistic. It's highly improbable that there's a top-secret document stamped proof of simulation sitting in a vault somewhere. The truth, as always, is more nuanced and arguably far more interesting. Our goal isn't to uncover a single, irrefutable piece of evidence, but to interpret existing information through a new lens, the lens of the simulation hypothesis. Declassified documents, research papers, studies on perception, even reports of anomalous aerial phenomena, when viewed from this perspective, can reveal intriguing possibilities, tantalizing hints of a deeper reality. Consider, for instance, declassified studies on sensory deprivation. These studies often reveal how easily our perception of reality can be altered, distorted, and even completely fabricated. Subjects in these experiments report hallucinations, altered states of consciousness, and a detachment from their physical bodies. Could these experiences be glimpses into the underlying code of the simulation, moments when the system temporarily loses its grip on our perceived reality? Or perhaps consider reports of UFOs exhibiting impossible physics, defying our understanding of aerodynamics and gravity. Are these advanced alien technologies, or are they simply glitches in the simulation's rendering engine, moments when the program struggles to maintain a consistent and believable reality? Ultimately, what is reality? At its most fundamental level, it is information. Quantum physics reveals that particles only exist when observed, suggesting that information is the bedrock upon which our physical world is built. A simulated reality, by its very nature, would also be composed of information, digital data meticulously arranged to create the illusion of a coherent and consistent world. The key is to recognize that the distinction between a real world made of information and a simulated world made of information becomes surprisingly blurry. If everything is ultimately data, does it even matter whether that data is being generated by a physical universe or a super-advanced computer? The implications are mind-bending, challenging our deepest assumptions about the nature of existence and blurring the line between what we consider real and what we perceive as artificial. But before we dive too deep, a word of caution. We must be mindful of confirmation bias, the tendency to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs while ignoring evidence to the contrary. We're not looking for definitive proof, but for patterns, for subtle clues that might hint at the true nature of our reality. Now, let's explore the nature of consciousness within this potential simulation. What if our consciousness isn't merely a byproduct of our physical brains, but rather a fundamental aspect of reality, the very thing that animates the simulation? Think of consciousness as the player or observer within the game, the entity that experiences and interacts with the simulated world. This idea resonates with panpsychism, a philosophical perspective that posits consciousness exists throughout the universe, not just in living beings. Perhaps every particle, every atom, possesses a rudimentary form of consciousness, contributing to the overall tapestry of reality. This perspective shifts our understanding of consciousness from being a rare and emergent phenomenon to a ubiquitous and fundamental property of existence. Revisit the observer effect in quantum physics. The act of observing a quantum particle forces it to choose a state, suggesting that consciousness plays a direct role in shaping reality. Within the context of a simulation, this could mean that our consciousness is directly influencing the behavior of the simulated world, shaping the reality we experience through our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. If consciousness is the key, then how can we access its full potential within the simulation? Certain practices, such as meditation, mindfulness, and even sensory deprivation, can potentially allow us to access higher states of awareness, to debug our minds and improve our processing speed within the simulated environment. Meditation, for instance, can reduce mental lag caused by information overload, allowing us to focus more clearly and efficiently. Sensory deprivation can strip away the noise and distractions of the external world, allowing us to delve deeper into the inner landscape of our consciousness. Could these practices be ways of accessing the underlying code of the simulation, of fine-tuning our connection to the source? By accessing these higher states of awareness, we can potentially gain greater control over our experience within the simulation, learning to influence our reality through the power of intent. This is where reality hacking comes into play, the art of consciously influencing our experience within the simulated world. Reality hacking isn't about magic or wishful thinking. It's about understanding the underlying rules of the simulation and learning to work with them to create the reality we desire. It's about taking control of our lives and consciously shaping our experience, rather than being passively swept along by pre-programmed narratives. The law of attraction, often dismissed as pseudoscience, can be viewed as a potential mechanism for influencing the simulation through our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. By focusing on positive outcomes, by cultivating gratitude and joy, we may be creating a positive feedback loop within the simulation, attracting more positive experiences into our lives. Think of it like coding. Positive input yields positive output. But how do we apply this in our daily lives? Start by setting clear intentions, visualizing your desired future with vivid detail and strong emotion. Feel the joy of achieving your goals, the gratitude for the abundance in your life. Cultivate positive emotions, practice gratitude, and surround yourself with uplifting influences. It may sound simplistic, but these practices can have a profound impact on your experience, shifting your perspective and opening you up to new possibilities. The connection here is that the law of attraction is rooted in the concept of the simulation responding to our internal code, to the intentional thought we consciously direct toward it. But this raises a complex and unsettling question. If we can influence the simulation, do we truly possess free will, or are we simply puppets dancing to the tune of a predetermined program? The deterministic argument suggests that free will is an illusion, that all events are predetermined, a consequence of living in a simulation with pre-programmed narratives. Imagine a video game character following a set script, completely unaware of the player's control. Are we, too, simply following a preordained path, our choices and actions dictated by the underlying code of the simulation? Consider also how the game's AI creates unexpected, non-scripted encounters, which suggests free will may exist within the simulation, even if it is limited. However, counter-arguments arise. Even within a simulation, emergent gameplay can occur, where unexpected events and outcomes arise from the interactions of complex systems. Think of open-world video games, where players have the freedom to explore, make choices, and shape their own stories. The AI, or artificial intelligence, behaviors in these games can create non-scripted encounters, adding an element of unpredictability and genuine choice. The game's world reacts to you. Perhaps our beliefs about free will can influence our experience within the simulation. Believing in our capacity to choose empowers us to take more control of our lives, to actively shape our destinies rather than passively accepting a preordained fate. Just as the placebo effect demonstrates how our belief in a treatment's efficacy can lead to real physical changes, our belief in free will can manifest as a greater sense of agency and control within the simulated world. So if the simulation can be influenced, are we truly the players, or are we ourselves being played? Who or what is writing the code? Let's circle back to those glitches in the Matrix, those fleeting moments when reality seems to stutter and skip. We initially discussed déjà vu, synchronicities, and unexplained phenomena as potential signs of the simulation's imperfections. But let's delve into some more complex and unusual examples. Anecdotes reported online of people experiencing shared dreams, out-of-body experiences, or encounters with seemingly impossible events. Imagine two individuals, living miles apart, independently reporting the exact same dream, complete with shared characters, locations, and plot points. Is this merely a bizarre coincidence, or is it evidence of a deeper connection between consciousness, a shared access point within the simulation's code? Or consider reports of out-of-body experiences, where individuals claim to leave their physical bodies and explore the world from a detached perspective. Are these simply hallucinations, or are they glimpses into the simulation's underlying structure, moments when our consciousness transcends the limitations of its programmed avatar? While hard data is elusive, a basic statistical analysis of the frequency of glitch reports online can reveal a growing awareness of these anomalies. While these statistics aren't scientific proof, they offer evidence of a growing recognition of the simulation's limitations. Connect these glitches to the idea of the simulation struggling to render complex phenomena or maintain consistency across the simulated world. Perhaps the code has inherent limitations, constraints that prevent it from perfectly replicating the intricacies of a truly real universe. But let's also challenge the fundamental assumption that the simulation is being run by an external, higher-level entity. What if the simulator is us? Consider that the simulation is self-created, where our collective consciousness is shaping the reality we experience. Could our shared thoughts, feelings, and beliefs be shaping the simulation on a subconscious level, manifesting as the world around us? The collective unconscious, described by Carl Jung, suggests that humanity shares a common reservoir of archetypes, symbols, and experiences that influence our perception of reality. Cultural narratives and shared beliefs can shape how we interpret events, how we interact with each other, and how we perceive the very nature of our world. Perhaps the simulation isn't being run by some distant, unknowable programmer, but rather by the collective will of humanity, a vast and interconnected network of consciousness shaping reality from within. And if the simulation is self-created, then we possess immense power to change it through collective intention. By consciously aligning our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, by focusing on positive outcomes and cultivating compassion, we can create a more positive and harmonious reality for ourselves and for future generations. Think of the power of group meditation or prayer to influence global events, to shift the collective consciousness towards peace and understanding. Or the ability to manifest peace or prosperity. Individual reality hacking now gives way to the potential for collective reality creation, a shift from personal empowerment to planetary transformation. Now, let's discuss some practical applications in the process of conscious co-creation. The practice of affirmations and visualizations allows us to consciously shape our reality. Repeating positive statements about ourselves and our future can reprogram our subconscious mind, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Visualizing our desired outcomes, imagining them with vivid detail and strong emotion, can create a blueprint for our subconscious to follow, attracting the resources and opportunities needed to manifest our goals. For instance, visualizing yourself succeeding in a high-pressure situation can make the actual experience less stressful. Cultivating gratitude for the positive aspects of our lives can shift our focus from lack to abundance, attracting more positive experiences into our lives. Keeping a gratitude journal, expressing appreciation to others, or simply taking time to savor the small joys of daily life can create a powerful ripple effect, transforming our perspective and opening us up to new possibilities. And practicing mindfulness, focusing on the present moment without judgment, can increase our awareness and allow us to make more conscious choices. Paying attention to our breath, savoring our meals, or simply observing our thoughts and feelings without getting carried away can ground us in the present and allow us to respond to life's challenges with greater clarity and wisdom. Keep in mind that consistent practice and perseverance are essential in order to see real, tangible results. Now let's set the stage for the conclusion and also for possible future videos to come. The central pattern of this exploration has been about questioning assumptions, challenging limiting beliefs, and embracing the unknown. What is real? What is possible? Who are we, really? The search for answers never ends. Future exploration may include the science of consciousness, exploring advanced reality hacking techniques, or the potential for transcending the simulation altogether. But whether we live in a simulation or a real universe, the power of our minds to shape our experience remains undiminished. This video has presented possibilities, not definitive proofs, and encourages you to continue your own exploration, to question everything, and to embrace the mystery of existence. So, we started with the allure of classified Pentagon files. a catalyst to explore the mind-bending possibility that our reality is a simulation. But the real revelation wasn't about uncovering definitive proof. It was about questioning the very nature of reality, understanding the profound role of consciousness, and realizing our potential to shape our experience through reality hacking. Throughout this journey, we've continually challenged assumptions, from questioning whether our choices are truly our own to examining those strange glitches that hint at a deeper, perhaps less stable, reality than we perceive. The core takeaway is understanding that consciousness is fundamental, potentially the very fabric of this simulation, regardless of its origin. We shift from passive observers to active participants, co-creating our reality. Challenges transform into opportunities for growth, and limitations become mere illusions to overcome. Embracing this perspective, the everyday takes on a new light. Thinking about the simulation hypothesis has far-reaching implications. If we entertain the possibility that we're in a simulation, it opens up profound questions about humanity's future, especially considering the rapid advancements in technology and artificial intelligence. As we get closer to potentially creating our own simulated realities, we're faced with the ethical responsibility of creating conscious beings and then managing those realities fairly. The underlying pattern here is questioning everything, not just the nature of reality, but also societal norms and our own beliefs. This critical thinking and self-awareness become essential tools for navigating an increasingly complex world, simulated or otherwise. Considering the simulation hypothesis challenges our traditional notions of space, time, and causality. Is the holographic universe theory somehow connected? Ultimately, the search for truth becomes a personal journey of self-discovery, reframing our role as explorers of consciousness and co-creators of our reality. And that reality starts with personal responsibility. Now, let's address some key questions that arose. The true nature of those Pentagon files, the existence of free will, and the identity of the simulator. While we may never fully know the truth about the files, they serve as a powerful reminder that governments often operate in secrecy, concealing information from the public. The key pattern in our exploration has been embracing the unknown, finding comfort in uncertainty. Perhaps the search for truth is less about finding a final answer and more about the journey of discovery itself. So, whether free will is real or simply an illusion, believing in it empowers us to take control of our lives, to make choices that align with our values and aspirations. And while these are the inherent paradoxes and unanswered questions surrounding the simulation hypothesis, they are also opportunities for further exploration and deeper understanding. And that in and of itself is empowering. So where does this leave us? This exploration isn't the end, but a beginning. Future videos could dive into the science of consciousness, exploring advanced reality hacking techniques, or even discussing the potential for transcending the simulation. We could also delve deeper into the potential for future research and discovery in areas such as quantum physics, artificial intelligence, and consciousness studies. The comments section is now open. Share your own experiences with glitches or synchronicities and continue challenging conventional beliefs. And more than anything, continue questioning. But don't just question, act. Make meditation, mindfulness, and gratitude a regular part of your life. Use those tools to navigate and influence your reality. Whether this is a base reality or a simulation, you are not a passive observer. You are an active co-creator.